In the top stories, one more succumbs to injuries from Wednesday's deadly New Guinea crash. Haiti's prime minister promises security to a country reeling from recent massacres, and Chinese President Xi unlikely to accept Trump's inauguration invite, experts say. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, December 13th, 2024. I'm Scotticia Hendrickson. Nationally, another injured passenger from Wednesday's deadly crash in New Guinea has died. Police confirmed the death of Malik Rollins of Newton Ground on Thursday. He had undergone emergency surgery after the accident and was being warded in the intensive care unit at the Josephine France General Hospital when he passed. On Wednesday, police say an omnibus carrying 5 passengers and driven by Jamie Herbert collided with a black Jeep that was driven by DeJorn Davis while both were traveling along the island's main road in New Guinea near Brimstone Hill. The incident took place between 7:15 and 7:45 a.m. The omnibus driver and another passenger were treated for minor injuries and were discharged. Deceased are DeJorn Davis, Rosina Herbert, Ian Jules, Belinda Paul, and Malik Rollins. It is the deadliest crash on record in the past 30 years, according to police statistics. The long-awaited reconstruction of the Bastille High School is set to commence in the first quarter of 2025, fulfilling a key promise by the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew and Minister of Education Honorable Jeffrey Henry made the announcement during a recent visit to the school's site at Victoria Road. Prime Minister Drew expressed optimism about the project's progress, crediting local architects for their input in shaping the school's design. Quote, "We made a promise and we are true to delivering on this promise," he said. Quote, "This new Bastille High School will stand as a testament to our commitment to providing our young people with the best education in the best environment," end quote. Dr. Hanley acknowledged the challenges faced by students and staff due to the deteriorated state of the previous facility. Quote, "In 2025, we will begin the construction of the new Bastille High School, marking a new chapter in education for St. Kitts and Nevis," he stated. The multi-million-dollar project will feature 32 modern classrooms, 2 music rooms, 4 science labs, 6 computer labs, and an auditorium with a capacity of 1,200. Upgraded sporting facilities and full accessibility for students with disabilities are also part of the plan. In addition to addressing the urgent need for improved educational infrastructure, the project is expected to stimulate the local economy by creating jobs for contractors, tradespeople, and laborers. The Bastille High School reconstruction aligns with the government's broader strategy to modernize schools across the Federation, ensuring safe, inclusive, and innovative learning environments for the nation's youth. Quote, "We are prioritizing the future of our young people," Dr. Drew said. "This new school will help shape a generation of leaders, innovators, and critical thinkers," end quote. The government's focus on modernizing educational facilities underscores its commitment to fostering a brighter future for St. Kitts and Nevis. The Nevis Island Administration, or NIA, in collaboration with the Commonwealth Local Government Forum, or CLGF, and the Parent-Teacher Association of Gingerland Secondary School, has launched a program to enhance vocational and technical skills education for students on Nevis. Targeting non-academic students aged 13 to 18, the initiative focuses on practical training in carpentry and cosmetology, easing the transition from school to work. At the launch ceremony outside Gingerland Secondary School's Technical Vocational Education and Training, or TVET wing, Roger Fifield, past PTA president, explained the program's origins. Quote, "We saw this as an opportunity to augment the recently completed Caribbean Development Bank project, which established the TVET wing at our school. He added, "We hope students will not only master these skills, but become entrepreneurs," end quote. Sandra Singh, CLGF Regional Program Manager, highlighted EU funding, quote, "Over 2 years, £60,000 is allocated for materials and $13,500 for tools and machinery to equip students for meaningful employment and productive citizenship," end quote. Education Minister Troy Liburd urged students to seize the opportunity and thanked stakeholders for their support. Premier Honorable Mark Brantley emphasized the importance of vocational training. Quote, "I'm optimistic that vocational skills will take their place as being as important as academic skills," end quote. The event concluded with a tour of the TVET wing featuring new equipment for cosmetology and carpentry. This initiative represents a significant step toward building a skilled workforce, fostering sustainable development, and empowering Navision youth. In regional news, Haiti's Prime Minister Alex Didier Fils-Aimé held his first press conference on Thursday, addressing the recent massacres that have devastated the country. Fils-Aimé condemned the killings of Waf Jeremy and Petit Rivera, where over 100 people, including many elderly and religious leaders, were murdered by gangs. The UN reported 184 deaths, with another massacre occurring on Tuesday, killing at least 20 people. Quote, unquote, "This is not acceptable," Fils-Aimé stated, emphasizing the fear Haitians face daily. He promised to work on strategies to ensure security and criticized the lack of government presence, while stressing the importance of collaboration between the Justice Minister and police. That the government has pledged support for Haiti's national police force, which remains underfunded and understaffed. Fils-Aimé also announced projects to help businesses reopen after gang violence forced many to close, with more than 5,000 deaths reported this year, most attributed to gang violence. Haiti remains in a state of crisis. Fils-Aimé, who was appointed in November, did not take questions during his 10-minute speech. The country's security remains a top priority, with gang violence intensifying across Port-au-Prince, affecting local communities and international flights. In Caracas, volunteers at the Hospital for Soft Toys are working overtime to restore toys for the holidays. From Barbie dolls to Kung Fu Panda figures, these beloved playthings are being mended, cleaned, and made ready for their second chance as gifts. The project, which began in 2017, was born from a teacher's desire to find a meaningful way to repurpose toys children had outgrown rather than discard them. Lillian Gluck, the project's founder, initially began cleaning and repairing toys to donate them to pediatric patients at the University Hospital of Caracas. Inspired by the positive response, she established the Hospital for Soft Toys as a nonprofit organization where volunteers have since restored over 70,000 toys. The foundation's 60 volunteers meet twice a week to repair everything from dolls to tangled hair to stuffed animals with worn-out fur. Donations of school supplies, food, and toys from abroad help sustain the initiative. Volunteers, many of whom are seniors, describe the work as therapeutic and fulfilling. Quote, "I've learned so much from this experience," said Marina Morales, a 76-year-old teacher and volunteer. "It is one of the best things I've ever done," end quote. The toys are distributed to hospitals, schools, and care homes for the elderly, providing comfort and joy to those in need. Each restored toy comes with a message promoting the value of recycling and the importance of sharing. As Venezuela continues to grapple with economic challenges, the Hospital for Soft Toys offer a heartwarming example of community spirit and care. Volunteers like 72-year-old Sylvia Heber find the simple act of repairing toys brings them together and helps them to heal in uncertain times. Quote, "By doing this, we support each other," said Heber, who has been volunteering for nearly 3 years. For many, these lovingly restored toys offer more than just a gift. They represent hope and the power of generosity during the holiday season. In international news, Chinese President Xi Jinping is unlikely to accept an invitation to attend U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration on January 20th as a move seen too risky given the lack of precedent and rising U.S.-China tensions. Trump's press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, confirmed the invitation, but analysts say Xi would avoid being seen as merely a guest at a foreign leader's celebration. Danny Russell, former Assistant Secretary of State, noted Xi would not risk being portrayed in a diminished role at an event without formal state visit protocols. Yu Sun of the Stimson Center added that Beijing might also fear potential controversies such as Taiwan's presence at the event, which China views as a red line. Moreover, the possibility of immediate tariffs on Chinese goods by Trump could make Xi's attendance politically damaging. While Xi is unlikely to attend, experts predict Trump and Xi could meet soon, given Trump's preference for direct diplomacy. However, U.S.-Chinese ties are expected to grow more competitive under Trump's administration, with being adopting a cautious wait-and-see approach. China won't take risk when Trump's policies remain unpredictable, Sun warned, noting that past friendly gestures from Trump also often preceded hostile moves, such as the 2018 trade war. In other international news, 6 critically endangered Mekong giant catfish, among the world's largest freshwater fish, were recently caught and released in Cambodia, sparking a renewed hope for the species' survival. The fish, which can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh 300 kilograms, were found over 5 days. 2 were caught and tagged in the Tonle Sap River, and 4 more in the Mekong, with the largest weighing 131 kilograms. Researchers believe they were migrating to spawning grounds. Dr. Zeb Hogan of the Wonders of the Mekong Project said the discovery shows the species is not at immediate risk for extinction, offering time for conservation efforts to continue. Since 2000, over 100 catfish have been tagged and released to track their movements and protect habitats. The Mekong giant catfish, a cultural symbol depicted in ancient art and folklore, is now confined to parts of Mekong River due to overfishing, habitat loss, and dams. Brian Ehler, the Stimson Center, called the discovery, quote, "the big fish story of the century," urging stronger conservation measures to preserve the river's biodiversity. Local fishermen play a key role in conservation. Reporting accidental catches to researchers can study and release the fish, ensuring their survival for generations to come. And now for the weather. Present weather is fair skies with showers in the vicinity. Winds are light and variable at 2 to 6 miles per hour, becoming calm at times. The temperature today is 27 degrees Celsius or 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. Weather forecast for today will be partly sunny skies in general, with a 40% or moderate chance of a brief shower. Tonight is expected to be fair to partly cloudy and cool conditions, with brief cloudy spells and a 40% or moderate chance of a brief overnight shower, mainly after midnight. Sunset today will be at 5:39 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:32 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Scotty Sia Hendrickson.